Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1. That's the Tier 4 division. Coming to you live from round number 14 of the season. It is the Italian Grand Prix, the festival of speed, where we will see these cars and drivers going up to an excess of 200 miles an hour as they weave their way through this famous track. My name is RSF1 Brundle, and I'm joined by a guy who's doing this for his first time. It's Vettel SV71. So good evening, Vettel.
Hello. I expect quite an exciting race today.
Yeah, should be very entertaining indeed. We have a full grid, Vettel, and always a bit of excitement when we get a full grid, and it's lovely to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it shows the popularity of the league's ever increasing.
Yes, obviously, and also we've got a fair few drivers that have been around for quite some time. So, as Q1 begins, let us run through what happened last week. Well, if you haven't seen last week, boy, you missed a treat. It was obviously we were at Belgium, and Belgium decided to throw what it's famous for, which is has its own weather climate or anti-climate. And we had some rain towards the end of the race. It really shortened the field out. So there was a few drivers that need to recover in this race, but a few drivers that got some good results. But it was Alco Saints that were on board now that took the lead, or took the win of the race, sorry. Just timed it perfectly, to be honest. He had to battle through it with a few other drivers, but he won the race last week in Belgium quite convincingly in the end by 40 seconds, but he just got his strategy perfect, and that really put him up into the title fight, because before Belgium he was a little bit behind, but because others fell, he rose up. Blazer Guns in the Williams was second, and then the Mercedes got their best points haul so far this season, with Bennett in third and Steve in fourth. Timmer got a nice 5th place. McCracken was the only championship contender that got decent points in 6th, with Tedis 7th and BVB 4 rounding out the only finishers of that race. As Alco is getting held up there by that racing point. That was Webster at the end of his lap. Should be alright though. So yeah, very entertaining race last time out. But before we go into championship table, what that does, times coming through to just saw us going top. Anything specific you're seeing, Vettel, at the moment?
Yeah, Alco got compromised quite a bit on his lap by a couple of cars. So I think he's going to do another lap.
Oh, Ecomaniacs dropped it somewhere. Tom in the Williams, his time has gone down. That's sector 2. Where is that? Where can I see? One there. Might have been the end of a Ascari. Have you seen that, Vettel?
Yeah, I did. He hit the curb and he went into the wall.
What, Ascari?
Yeah, coming out of it. Where Verstappen dropped it.
Yeah, very easy to do. That's a shame for Tom. So he's already out. So the less pressure on the guys that he's going through.
Crash.
Oh, same place. Ed of Ascari's lucky boy though.
Yeah, only front wing.
And yeah, we'll go over this track in detail, but Ascari is one of the danger points, especially as shown this week, Vettel, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few drivers do it wrong and then crash.
Yeah, Tigosaurus currently on a 20.5 so far, which is good, but obviously it's only Q1, so they're just getting their eye in with the time, so far so good. We do have to clear the water of one little thing, and that is Mr. T, or Tabitsi. who is no longer in F4. He's got promoted actually to the heady heights of F2. And if you saw the race on Sunday, he did very well indeed, actually. He got 4th place in that race. Basically, people saw that he was showing some really good pace in this division. Decided to promote him, and he's done very well. So what that does, because he was making heavy gains into the F4 Championship, what that does for the championship itself now is, well, Primus Gaming still leads after Belgium. His lead was
Tomo's in the wall.
Oh, Tomo, is that Scary as well?
Yep.
Where is he? Oh, goodness me. So that's 3 people already dropping it at Ascari. That is a very dangerous corner.
Yeah, he's very lucky. He's got no damage.
Yeah. So, where is Primus? There we go. There's Primus. Yeah, Primus Gaming is still our championship leader after Belgium. He gained it before Belgium and still has it, but his title rivals around him have closed in. Primus is on 130 points going into tonight's race. With Tigosaurus, who was another not to score, he's on 125. Spiral Ace of Facing, the McLaren is on 120. Alco Saints is on 117. So, as I said before, Alco in the other Red Bull to Primus is well in this title fight. Then McCracken is on 110. Those, barring anything amazing happening, are probably the title protagonists, but we'll see by the end because quite a lot can happen. Timmer is next on 93. He's still in with a shout, so he's picking up points here and there from Timmer. He's been consistent as he can, so doing well so far in the Renault. And then we go to Blazer Guns on 52 points after his good result in Belgium. RSF1 Tomo is on 48. Bennett is on 41, and BVB4 rounds out the top 10 on 29 points. As for the teams, we have a dead heat between Alpha and Red Bull, both on 247 points each. And they have been dueling throughout this whole season. So yeah, that will be very exciting to watch who can come out on top.
Yeah, it's going to be very entertaining to see. It's the closest constructors of all 4 divisions.
I think it's the closest driver's title as well.
Yeah,
out of all 4. Yeah, because I think we've got Unity in Tier 1. He's I think he's got like an 80 or 90 point lead.
Yeah, it's very high.
Might have been cut a little bit after last night's race. I heard he didn't have a good one. You've got Moronix, who's now RSF1 Hamilton, I believe. He has a heavy lead in F3. Magic Mark has got a heavy lead in F2. So yeah, this is the tightest battle. So we are very privileged, Vettel.
Yeah, very. The top 2 in the championship set in very identical times. Yeah,
top 3 in the championship. Very close. So Ace of Face is up there as well. Bracken's a little bit falling behind, but it's just getting through this session, isn't it? You don't really need to push that much unless you're going to be struggling to go through.
Yeah. Q1's mostly about just getting a good lap in and making sure you can get through.
Right, just going to get the stream up on my phone so we can have any comments coming through. So bear with me, guys. I'm just going to get that up. 9 viewers so far. Hopefully it goes a little bit more, as Timmer has got himself into 8th place in the Renault. He takes the little shortcut through there.
The Scotsman is just across the line. P7 121.0. Good lap.
Yeah, but I think looks of it, Vettel, guys.
Yeah, I think so.
What was that? You like that for a bit, I think.
Alright, yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of lag going on there. Rebster, interestingly, in the Racing Point, is on medium tyres, Vettel, for Q1. Is that an ideal strategy really for him to go? Or is he just trying to get through on them?
Well, I think they'll come in and do a lap on softs. I don't think the mediums have enough pace to go through to Q2.
No, we'll see how he does as he goes through Ascari. Back in a little bit skittish there. Tedis in the Ferrari, the only person yet to set a time. So, what can you say about the Monza track here in Italy, Vettel? As I heard you are quite knowledgeable around this track.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite in the calendar. The current track record in real F1 is a 1:21.0 in the race by Rubens Barrichello in 2004. The current qualifying record is still held by Kimi Raikkonen with a 1 minute 19.2. The track has many famous corners such as Ascari, Curva Grande, Parabolica, and of course both of the Lesmos.
Yeah, good stuff. And for league racing as well, it's overtaking is obviously, because of the straights and the speed that you're gonna get around here, is very common. So it's always an enjoyable circuit to race that and online.
Yeah, into every corner there's always an opposite braking opportunity to overtake. Parabolica, turn 1, and the Curva Grande are good spots.
Where would you think is going to be the action zones? Obviously, I think first chicane on the first lap will be quite interesting. Can get very claustrophobic through there, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's quite often a couple of incidents there per race.
I think though, personally, obviously you got the first chicane, but I think the second chicane also is equally as dangerous, because people think you can fit two cars side by side, and you can, but you need to be very trustworthy of the driver that you're battling to fit two cars through there.
Yeah, all it takes is a bit of wheel spin from one of the cars, and you might be in the wall.
Jay Locke in the Mercedes has reached the top on a 20.6. Now, Jay Locke did not race. It was flaming. There he is. Oh, tap the ball. Ascari again?
Yeah, he went under the Astra, and he went into the tyre wall next to it. Very lucky not to end the race there.
He's in 13th as well. There's a bit of danger. Steve has just crossed the line on a 22.0. Not enough for him. He's getting to the 21s, those that are in danger. That includes Rebster at the Racing Point, Junior and the Haas, and both Toro Rossos of Timonique and Orphan. And 3 minutes to go, so on quite quickly. Also, RSF1 Tomo's in slight danger, just by where he's positioned in the table, not by time. He's got about 4 tenths, but if anybody improves by quite a lot, he's going to be in the drop zone.
Yeah, it's quite a dangerous position. Although Flamin's in the foreign line as well, he's only 2 tenths quicker.
I think someone else has just got up. Yeah, Alco's in the 20.6 as well, so all very, very close at the top. Top 4, separated by a tenth now.
Yeah.
Very nice. As RSF1 Junior in the Haas is now setting the time. Orphan has actually gone 16th on there. Good effort from him in the Toro Rosso. A 22.0.
Junior and Tim and Ike setting laps at the moment.
Yeah, Rebster as well, so currently going through a Scari, keeping that nice and clean. There we go. Only 100th up though in his middle sector, so needs to really nail this last corner, Parabolica. Keeping it in hot lap mode, takes Parabolica quite nicely. Is he going to get himself through in the 21s? Just about. 21.4. Goes 14th. There's still a bit of danger, but through for now.
Junior's going to be next across the line.
Let's see how he gets on. Obviously, he used to be a former F2 driver. Notice he
nice
was... yeah, pretty good. Wow,
Yeah,
20.4. Nice. Very good from Junior. That is the first... Since... because he used to be in F2. But he's... has not been feeling himself really in terms of pace and confidence wise, so we tested him out in F4, and ever since then he's been showing sparks of pace, but needs to be consistent and finish up. But that's a very good lap from him there.
Yeah,
maybe this could be his time to shine. Timonique, yeah, that's him done. Timonique is out, finished.
Yeah, I think we've lost the bottom 5. They're on the pits, and Tim doesn't have enough time.
Oh yeah, and Tomo, because of Junior's lap, that's actually knocked Tomo out of the session. And yeah, as you say, that's it, all gone. So Q1 is over.
Very impressive lap by Junior.
Yeah, very good with his front runners. As I said, is this Junior's time to shine, do you think?
Maybe. But pole isn't always the best place to start, especially around Monza.
And it is Q1, so far so good for Junior. I don't think Tomo's going to be very happy with that. One of the Ferrari boys out at Monza.
Yeah, out Grand Prix as well.
And his teammate Tedis has just popped into second on a 20.4 as well. So, yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, I think he lost a bit of time in the final sector. He went a bit wide.
Flaming's just coming up to finish as well, and he goes 10th on a 20.9. I think Timmer slightly improved. No, stayed 14th. So yeah, that is it. We're crossing the line, just waiting on Timonique, who unfortunately will be starting 20th out of the 20 drivers. So in terms of times there, all very close. Top 7 covered by 2.5 tenths there, Vettel, and then you've got Blazer, Quaker, Flaming, Dude Eagle, Scotsman, McCracken down in 13th. I think McCracken's got a little bit more in him though. Don't want to show his hand just yet. All very close. This is all very exciting to begin with.
Yeah, I think we're going to have quite a good pole position battle here.
All good.
I think
Just
it's
waiting on Timonique to retire.
I think it's going to come down to who does the cleanest lap, probably.
Yep, so eliminated from Q1 was RSF1 Tomo. Tom the Ecomaniac will start 17th. Olfen will start 18th. Steve will start 19th. And Timonique will start 20th. And the top 3, Vettel?
At the moment, the top 3 is RSF1 Junior on a 1 minute 20.459. Then Tedis with this a lap only 0.014 slower. And then Tigosaurus for the Alfa Romeo team with a 120.5.
Yeah, good stuff. And obviously for the championship protagonists, you know, the Tigosaurus, Primus and Spiral, the last thing they want is a Junior and Tedis or a J Locker to be in amongst them. But
Yeah.
all good for them. As we're into Q2 now, strategy, because this is where the strategy talks come into play. What would you personally go for, Vettel?
Well, I think the quickest strategy is the medium, but at the start though, the medium is not very good off the line. So if you start 11th, you can start on the softs and be very quick throughout the entire race, and get the undercut on all the cars ahead of you. So as Skunk Boner showed in the race, starting in the top 10 doesn't really matter.
No, but obviously we were talking about how dangerous this first chicane is. Ideally, you do not want to be in that midfield around about 10th to 14th, because that's where, you know, even if you brake at the right time, there could be somebody behind that misses their braking point, taps you, and then you tap the back of the car in front, and then that's your strategy out of the window, because broken front wing around here can cost you so much, can't it?
Yeah, it's already a low downforce track, and having even less is not going to help you at all. So yeah, there's always the risk. But if everyone behaves themselves, it'll be fine.
Yeah, 15 viewers so far, but yeah, 15 viewers so far, and we've had the first comment ever since I loaded up the stream. RSF1 Flaming, who you're meant to be racing, man, has said only just struggling today. But you still got some time to get some more there, Flaming. But yeah, concentrate on your time and it should be alright. Yeah, any engineers for F4 which you want to give us any information about the weather, that would be very, very good. Dry to begin with, but be anything for the race. And I think looking at the tyre spread there, Vettel, I don't think there's going to be any rain, because I think if there was rain, everybody would be on softs, or at least most of them will be.
Yeah, there's a couple of people on hards, but that's just probably to get the feeling for the track.
Yeah, Flaming says dry all race. In fact, 2 other people say dry all race. Thank you all. Bodder and Mr. T. Yeah, Mr. T, hello, and Bodder. I am Groot, who is RSF1 Flaming, and Porter. Yeah, so good evening to you guys. Hopefully you enjoy this race as everybody starts beginning their laps in Q2. So again, Vettel, I'm interested to see how Blazer and Locker get on with these hard tyres. I think actually Blazer got right across the Scari though, so this lap isn't there. Primus sets the early benchmark for 20.5. Good lap there, Vettel, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to be taking too much out of the softs though in qualifying, because it can really hurt you in the race.
Yeah, it's one lap, isn't it? With those softs, go really slow on your out lap, and then do your lap, and then go really slow back into the pits again. Well, that's what I tend to do.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone does.
Nice lap one from Repster, 21-0. The Scotsman.
21-0.
Yeah, that's the fastest lap we've seen this evening, and by a good couple of tenths. Where's that come from, Scotsman? Very nice. So, Force India's, or Racing Point, sorry, I still kept 14 races in, and I'm still calling them Force Indias.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
I mean, the name's confusing enough as it is. And then you've got the Alfa Romeo from Sauber.
I think it's because I've been calling the pink cars Force Indias for so long. It's too stuck in my head. Locker 22.5 on hard tyres. Don't think that's going to be quick enough, Vettel, I think.
No,
with that.
I don't think it will be. Although he's not too far off Junior on mediums.
Oof. See what Blazer can do. Dodges a McLaren on the back straight there. Let's see. Yeah, I think Blazer really needs to be low 21s, maybe mid. And 22.0 is not a bad time on the hard tyres there, but I don't
No.
think that's going to go through.
It's quicker than a couple of people on the mediums.
Yeah, I think Junior's got a little bit more on the 22.0 there. Quaker Oats. Quaker goes 20.7. I'm still trying to think where was Scotsman in Q1? I think it was like 7th or 8th.
He was
a good
9th, I
half.
believe.
It was like half a second off 20.3, and he's just banged the 20.1 in. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a very good lap. I imagine he was probably not showing the full pace in Q1.
Either that, or he's hit like that 1 in 50 lap where you nail it.
Yeah.
And it's so satisfying when you get it done. It's like, and then people say to you, "You shouldn't be in this division," and I'm like, "I hit that lap. We're not going to hit that again."
Yeah, it's also quite annoying though when you get laps like that, because you're constantly trying to find the time to get it repeated.
Yeah. The worst feeling is when you think you've nailed your lap and then someone goes like half a second quicker than you.
Yeah, that's really annoying as well.
I get that a lot in F2 with Magic Mark and Skuntburner. Anyway, Flaming is just about to cross the line on the mediums, 22.4. He said he was struggling. He is. That time maybe suggests it, but he's still got plenty of room for improvement there. So
Tim is on a lap. Yeah, he's just coming around the final corner. Nice exit.
23.1. I think he's got. Yeah, I think he's got more than that. Right, Tegosaurus on soft tyres there. Not to a scurry. Obviously, the thing with this game is ERS levels. Felt on Sunday, I felt the ERS was actually quite difficult to manage. Was that the same case last night for you? You had the same feeling about this one?
Yeah, I only did one lap, so... But from practice, yeah, the RS was a bit of a problem, because the cars eat so much on the straights, and there's no way to gain it back up.
Yeah, I think I thought what I did is obviously you need to use minimum high on the front straight, the main straight, and then I normally put it into low through the Lesmos and then through Ascari. Again, it's like, as you say, once you're at a very low level, it's very difficult to get it back. But it's one of those tracks that you do actually have to save ERS even in qualifying, don't you?
Yeah, if you invalidate your lap really far into your lap, you're gonna have to do more than just one lap to gain all of the ERS. It's very difficult to get back.
Right, so currently fastest on the mediums is McCracken on a 21.4. Tedis is definitely showing that pace in the Ferrari tonight. Great for the Tifosi to see. He's a tenth behind McCracken. He's even ahead of Spiral on those tame tyres. Tegosaurus, meantime, is invalid his lap, so he will need to go again.
Yeah, Alco Sense and Digisaurus, the only two not at a time yet.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure, 6 minutes to go.
I imagine they'll get out of the bottom 5.
I would have thought
They're
so.
setting-
They did
setting
show
good
the
laps.
pace in Q1, so let's see how Alco takes to the first chicane. Very easy to obviously go too far on the inside of the right hand, but it goes quite deep in the first bit. Seems okay. We'll do a hot lap later on in the session, but solid start to the lap for Alco. Tigosaurus just has enough ERS to go again on this run. Yeah, both Locker and Blazer guns are going onto the medium tyres, Vettel, so yeah, definitely weren't quick enough on those hard tyres. Good effort though.
Yeah, very good effort. Figisaurus is coming around the final corner.
He does 20.7. Couple of tenths off Primus, but I think
He's done
okay
2
to
laps.
begin with, because yeah, should be safe through the Q3. And again, that's what these guys are looking for. These championship protagonists, as Alco sets 20.6, gets right behind his teammate, and Acer just goes ahead of him. Again, very close. Apart from Scotsman, who still has a 4-10
Oh,
lead.
J-Locker's lost it.
Ooh. Lesmo won. Yeah. If you go too wide on Lesmo 1, I think Lewis Hamilton did that in 2009. Go too wide on the first Lesmo, that can actually tip you into a spin. And for Hamilton, actually, that was actually retiring the race when he was chasing the 2 brawn sheepies down.
Yeah.
But,
I think he hit the inside curb and lost the rear. I've done that a couple of times. It's quite easy to do.
yeah. Go quite fast into the corner as well. Locker, 3.5 minutes to go. Yeah, I think he's going on a second up on those medium, and that should be okay too. Have a look. So yeah, so Locker's obviously trying to improve on his hard tyre time, and should easily do so on mediums, I would have thought. What's he looking at here? 20.4. I actually noticed, Vettel, those guys on the mediums, McCracken, Tedist, and Flaming, they can't stay out, and in fact, they're all going out on soft tyres, so I don't think anyone's going to get advantage unless Blazer and Locker can sneak into the 20s.
Yeah, I don't think the medium tyres are that much quicker than the hards. I think there's a huge gap between softs and mediums, but hards are only about 0.3 difference.
Yeah, it depends how good they think the hard tyre time was. Obviously, if they got a bit more to work with. Rebster's in danger as well. Says a lot about how close this tier is when you try to go through on the harder tyres, but it's so close. Yeah, Locker's not done enough on a 21.7 there. And yeah, he doesn't have enough time to get back in the pits. I think Locker's done. Doesn't have much ERS left.
Yeah, I think
that's
Laser
it.
Guns, he's still on mediums. I don't think they've got the pace of the softs at the moment.
Right, so yeah, so McCracken's on an outlet. Where's Rebster? He should be leaving the pits very soon, I would think. Unless he's happy with where he is. To be fair, if you qualify 11th or 12th, it could be advantage, as Skunkburner did. Yeah, Webster stayed in the pits, so he's 8th. In danger of those, everyone else underneath him, basically.
Both of the Red Bulls have retired, thinking that they might get through. I imagine with a 20.6, I think that's quite safe.
Keep an eye on Blazer, because this is a very...
20.5.
Yeah, nice. Junior, 20.5. He's safe. Yeah, I'm looking at Blazer, because this is a big gamble for Blazer, because I thought he had the pace in Q1 to be up here with the rest of this top 5 here.
Yeah, Flamin's at the final corner now.
Yeah, all coming across now. Flaming, 20.4. Goes second.
Yeah, it's not Rebster out.
Yeah. Rebster's only 11th, though. I think he should be happy with that. For the time being.
Yeah, Blazer didn't improve enough.
20.6, but Kraken's down in 12th. He's under pressure. There's one lap.
Yeah, Tigosaurus could be in danger if Timmer and McCracken improve.
Yeah, he's having ninth as well. How close this is. McCracken's 2/10 up. Not enough for the time being, as Timmer crosses the line, goes 12th on a 21.3. Just about not enough. See what McCracken can do. McCracken crosses the line to set. Only 9th for the 20.7.
Both Renaults and both Williams are out.
All down to Blazer though, on those medium tyres, and he's going again. He's got very low ERS left.
He's still going for it, so there must be an improvement.
A solid lap, but is it going to be enough? No! 13th.
That was a really good time in mediums though.
Yeah, both Alfa Romeos are spared their blushes 9th and 10th for the joint team leaders at the moment, but they're only 2/10 behind both Red Bulls. That's how close it is. Great stuff.
Flaman's crashed going into the pits.
Oh, I thought he was retired. He's fine. Oh. Again, though, Flaming said in the chat he was struggling. He's got through in second. I don't think you're struggling.
No, that's certainly not struggling. But he's still 3/10 off the racing point.
Yeah, Scotsman a 20.1. Very sudden lap, I think, actually, because again he didn't really show that pace in Q1. Maybe you're right. Maybe he wasn't. He was holding something back, but
Who have we lost?
just wait for it to come up. So there is very close qualifying 2. A bit of pressure for both Alphas and both Red Bulls, but through to eliminated, out of Q2 is Dude Eagle in the Renault, will start 11th. Rebster 12th in the Racing Point. LR Blazer Guns in 13th. Timmer 14th in the Renault. And Jay Locker in the Mercedes will start 15th. Top 3 for you, Vettel?
Currently, the Scotsman is first with the Racing Point with a 20.1. Then RSF1 Flaming with a 20.4. And Junior, I think.
Yeah, was
I
Junior.
couldn't read it out in time. Yeah, good.
Yeah, so a few stories there from Q2. Their Vettel. Both Alphas a little bit under pressure. Maybe they don't have the pace they normally have to be up at the front, but I think the reason for that is we got new front runners. We've got new guys trying to go for the win.
Yeah, we've got a Red Bull coming up first.
Primus.
Yeah.
All soft. The other story I think though as well is I think Blazer Guns and Jay Locker have taken a massive gamble because their times on mediums were actually pretty good, which makes me think if they had gone on softs with everyone else, they would have gone through. Because they tried to go through.
I want to watch the race. I think he'll gain quite a lot of positions.
Yeah, the gamble is he's got to keep it clean on the first lap. If he's caught up in anything, and you can very easily, that gamble will not pay off, but see how it works for him.
Yeah.
Primus has let Acer Facer go through, so Acer Facer will be the subject of the hot lap when he begins. He comes around again.
Commentator pressure.
Right, so quick roll check before he begins. We have both McLarens, both Red Bulls, both Alphas, a sole Ferrari of Tedist, sole driver of the Haas team for Junior. Oh, Primus overtake.
Oh no, there's
Oh,
two
right,
bastards.
Primus is going to do it. Alright then, Vettel, take this away on board of Primus.
Sure. You want a great exit from Parabolica, smashing the throttle all the way down to the corner on the Tribune straight. Hard braking into the first corner, try to touch the inside curb and the curb next to it. Slam the throttle on again, you're going to be keeping the tightest line possible through Curva Grande. Braking hard again into turn 3. Kiss the curb, both of them. Then into the first Lesmo, you want to try and keep a tight line through. Then smash the power on again. With a slight tap of the brakes, and then onto the power. DRS. Then into the Ascari corner. Want to be touching the curbs on either side. If you can, get a bit of slipstream from the car ahead, because it's worth a lot of time around Monza. Hard braking into the final corner, Parabolica, keep a tight line, smash the throttle in again, and try and keep the tightest line possible going to the start finish straight. With a 20.4 from Primus.
Great teamwork from the Red Bulls. Alco giving slipstream to Primus on the back straight, and then Primus returns the favour on the front straight. Great teamwork between the two of them, but Primus sets the early benchmark of a 20.4. Nicely done, Vettel, that was good.
Spiral was not able to match the lap, but I think that was probably the toe that helped.
And neither was Scotsman. 20.7, third place so far. We know he's capable of better though, that's the problem. You raise the bar that high, people expect you to hit it again.
Alco looks like he's on a pretty good lap.
Yeah, Tijosaurus goes second. Would it be interesting if Alco then beats Primus by like 1,000th of a second or something? It was like always like really close between the two.
Yeah, I think it will be quite close between the two Red Bulls.
I noticed both Primus's and Alco's lap through Ascari, they were very wary of the curbs, which, to be fair to them, they can spin you very easily. We've seen that before. And let's see what Alco can do. Can he join his teammate on the front row?
Yeah.
Oh, he does. He beats him.
300ths of a second.
I called it. I called it. That's what teamwork gives you. Almost identical times, but they've both got the front row now. For the time being.
It'll be interesting to see if the Scotsman can improve his lap again though, because it'll put him on pole.
Who else is on the lap? Flaming, I'm in 9th, Quakers in 8th. McCracken, yeah, they're all going back into the pits for another go. So, round 1, a Red Bull front row, and the Alphas, who obviously they're competing with, 3rd and 7th. McCracken's got a bit of time to find to help out his teammate Tijosaurus. We've got other drivers in there. We know
it's a real
what Scotsman can do.
Not having a teammate around here, because the toe can cost you positions very easily.
And Tedist come out on a lap with Tijosaurus, literally nose to tail between the two of them.
Yeah, I think he's backed off Tijosaurus.
Yeah, there we go. Oh no, he's back in the... Okay, that's weird. You saw that as well. His car definitely was on the track and he's gone back to the pits again.
Oh. Well, there's new
don't know what's
glitches every
going on.
week on this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the F1 race had quite a few glitches. With
Yeah,
people
so
not
fingers
getting off the
crossed.
grid.
So fingers crossed we don't get that again tonight. But Tedist leaving it quite late. But to be fair, he's got a clean track ahead of him. He's got no teammate, as we say. The slipstream. A little tactic, I think, actually.
Yeah. Well, the Ferrari engine normally makes up for it, which is currently being investigated for being a cheat.
I mean, the championship's over anyway, so how can they be cheating if they're not the fastest car? It's my thing anyway. As Tedist comes down into the first chicane, just gets it stopped in time. It's quite nicely done there through the first chicane, then go through the Curva Grande to the second chicane under the bridge. A little bit of a slipstream ahead of Quaker.
You don't want the slipstream around this part of the track.
No, yeah, I think he got a little bit dirty air through the second chicane there, through Lesmo 1. Lesmo 2, just want to kiss the apex. It's a decent lap so far from Tedist.
Yeah, it's
and
really
he's
good.
another guy that did show the pace, Vettel, didn't he? So another protagonist for pole. As he can take a Ascari.
A 53.2 middle sector.
Decent Ascari. I think that was better than both Red Bulls through there.
Yeah, the car looked a bit more stable through there than the Red Bulls.
Can he spoil the Red Bull party? It looks pretty good. Is it gonna beat them? Oh, he's so close. He goes third.
Oof.
Nice lap from Tedist, but not enough to upset the Red Bull party at the top. But it's so close, so anyone can spoil it.
Yeah, I reckon with the toe we might have got them. I think that's what have separated them.
Yeah, potentially. Junior in a very tight line. Is he into the pits? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 minutes 55 and entering the pits. Is that enough time to get back out again? Not sure.
Yeah, it will be. Unless the engineers
Right.
slow to put the car back in.
Red Bulls are doing the same thing again. Although
There's only Flaming who hasn't set a 20 point anything. I imagine he's going to improve. Yeah, 5/10 at the moment.
Primus 20.0. I didn't think he was on a lap. I thought he was on an out lap. Oh, and then gives slipstream to Alco, but Alco nearly ended in tears. He had to dart out of back of Primus and kiss the grass. But what a lap from Primus!
Yeah, could we see a 19?
20.0. I would have been very surprised to see a 19. No offense to these guys, but that's laid it down for his own teammate as well. Flaming goes third in the McLaren meantime. He heard you. He's in the 20s now. Tedist, I think that's in the pits though.
Yeah, he's
He didn't have enough time left. So 4 for Tedist. I think that might drop though. So we're going to come flying through.
A couple of people are on some strong laps. The Scotsman, I think, is going to improve quite a lot.
10th and a half up. Sector 1. And he nailed the exit that second chicane. Brilliant stuff. Keeping an eye. Like where are they all at? Quaker, Oates. Now he's done for the day. Alco could not match his teammate, but he's beginning another lap.
I think Fleming's going to go on another one as well.
Right, where's Scotsman? Oh, Scotsman a little bit ragged out of Ascari.
It shouldn't have slowed him down too much.
Let's see. We know he's capable of a 20.1, but can he hit it again? It's coming up to the line now. It's not going to be in the 19s. It's a 20.5. It's a good effort. A goes fourth.
It's still P4.
Beats Tedist. Both Saubers are on massive pressure. 7th and 10th now. With Primus on pole.
Solid lap from Primus.
Yeah, very good. Tidge is on an out lap, it says.
Yeah, he's not going to make it to the end.
How's that? No, that can't.
No, I don't think that's right.
If he wasn't. Oh, McCracken! Oh, he's off at Ascari.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Not head first. Yeah.
I saw from Alco.
He was pushing. If Digisaurus was on an outlet, that would have finished his time. Would have gone check a flag next to his name. So
we got this Junior and Spiral who can spoil the Red Bull party at the moment.
Yeah. Spiral's another championship contender as well, so. And he's 4 attempts down. Old Tidge was on a lap. He goes second. He said out lap for me though.
Yeah, same.
There you go. Yeah, he goes second. Junior goes third.
Junior.
Junior goes third in the halves. Brilliant stuff.
Third's a very good place to start. Get the slipstream on at the turn 1.
And Acer does not improve, so we'll start 9th for him in the
That's
McLaren.
a dent to his championship, if it says like this.
Yeah, so Primus Gaming in the Red Bull takes pole position on a 20.0. In the end, a 3/10 gap to his main, one of his main championship rivals, the nearest one to him anyway, of Tigosaurus. Junior third. That's his best qualifying, I think. Ever since he was in F4, so he's still up there with Alco fourth. We'll run down the rest, but great session there, Vettel. Very tense from everyone there.
Yeah.
Primus takes it. Right, let's run down the top 10, Vettel.
Starting first with Primus. Second, another championship contender, Tigosaurus. A resurgence from RSF1 Junior. Alco Saints in the other Red Bull. RSF1 Flaming for McLaren. Scotsman 79 for Racing Point. Tedist for Ferrari. The home crowd will be cheering him on. Quake Roats in the Haas is starting 8th. 9th is Spiral Acer, and 10th is McCracken for Alpha Romeo.
Yeah, so Red Bull's 1st and 4th. Alpha's 2nd and 10th. So massive. I think this is a massive pressure race for Spiral and for McCracken. 9th and 10th. With their other championship contenders in the top 5. Yeah, they need to clear. They need to get up to the top 5 as soon as possible and start putting pressure on their rivals, I think.
Is it
Is
it Primus Gaming's first pole position?
I think he's had a pole somewhere before. Normally it's Tigosaurus that have been taking the poles. Yeah.
Yeah, Tigosaurus is first.
Yeah, Tigis started off. Oh, who's readied up? Someone has.
It was
laser guns.
Yeah.
He should know that though. He's been in it for a while. Or maybe that's a mistake, because that's a rare one, and obviously, as me and you both know, that's a penalty straight up for laser guns. It's a 10-second penalty, I believe.
That can be a huge loss during the race, and especially if you get more penalties during the race, which is really easy to do around Italy.
Massively easy to do. All right, let's take the drivers away. Vettel.
Right, starting 20th with the Toro Rosso of Tom and Ike. 19th we have Steve for Mercedes. 18th we have the other Toro Rosso of Overcome Orphan. 17th we have Tom the Eco-Maniac for Williams. 16th we have RSF1 Tomo for Ferrari, another home favourite. 15th we have J Locker for Mercedes. 14th we have Timmer for Renault. 13th we have LR Blaze Guns for Williams. 12th we have RSF1 Roadster for just Racing Point. 11th we have Good Eagle for Renault.
Yeah.
10th we have McCracken for Alfa Romeo. 9th Spiral for McLaren. 8th we have Quaker Oats for Haas. 7th is Tedist for Ferrari. 6th we have the Scotsman for Racing Point. 5th we have RSF1 Flaming for the McLaren. 4th we have Alco Saints for the second Red Bull. 3rd is RSF1 Junior for Haas. 2nd is Tigosaurus for the other Alfa Romeo. And on pole position we have Primus Gaming.
Thank you very much. Top notch in the chat. Is that Tomo for the win? Or did you misspell that? Because yeah,
it's driving the Ferrari, Italy.
Oh, Tomo for the win. Starting 16th. That's a bold call, but you absolutely never know. And he's the only one starting on hard tyres. So if he gets up with the leaders, you absolutely never know. In terms of tyres, you've got Duty Eagle on mediums in 11th. Blaze Guns 13th, and you got Tom and Orphan also on medium tyres. But this is going to be a very tense run down to the first corner. We all know how dangerous this can become, but let's hope these guys can show us how it's done. And we're going to get for 5 red lights for the Italian Grand Prix. And lights out away we go. Primus jump start. No! That's going to cost him severely. But let's get going as Tids gets a good start there. Oh, and Junior's missed time his braking. He's gone straight on at the first chicane. He's going to have to let all those positions back as they go through the first chicane. And I think we're all right. Let me just check at the end. And we're all good. So Primus leads me. He's got that jump start. So Tidge is second. Alco up to third. Flaming fourth. With Scotsman as a Ferrari of Tennis up to 6th. He's had a great start.
He's lost 5 positions at the start. He's is he on the grid?
I don't think he was on the grid, unfortunately. But and there's a McLaren face to face. He's got off. Oh, and Steve's out in the race in the Mercedes. The Haas of Junior. He's had a horrible start. Straight onto the first chicane. He's got off with the Lesmo 2. And he's down in 16th. Oh, Steve in the Mercedes.
The biggest
finished
loser is
4th
definitely RSF1 Junior, who's now back in 16th.
Oh. This simple mistime of brakes for Junior, but actually did the correct thing, which was to go left on the escape road. Primus, unfortunately, takes his jump start penalty. See where he comes out in all this, probably at the back. Oh.
It's looking good for Tigosaurus.
Oh, free wide, what are we doing? Scotsman and the Haas of Quaker Oats and McCracken as Ferrari of Teddy. Scotsman's just gone through. You've got a tap though on the exit. Hello. McCracken's in all this as well.
A star of is running fly across the track. Is it up the Ferrari?
Yeah, it might have been 2 by 2. Here we go. And Scotsman just keeps it in 4th. Oh, the Ferrari's off though. Tennis just spat off the road at the second chicane. I was going to say Ferrari's in the walls, but they're not, because Tom is up to 12th in all this. He's keeping his head.
The hards will be turning on pretty soon. He should be making some positions up on the soft drivers.
Yeah, as I think Laser Gun's made it up to 10th. Oh, the McLaren's off! Spa Racer Facer! He spun it as a Scari. Oh.
Huge gain from Tim Ike. 8 positions in 2 laps.
Yeah, so Acer, that was the gamble that he qualified in 9th. And he's been caught up edge of Ascari. And he's got damaged front wing. Quake Roads, McCracken's making moves into the first chicane. Oh, he gets a little tap from Quake Roads behind. But McCracken and Scotsman still side by side. Through the curve of ground, and McCracken just edges out in front.
Tejasaurus now contains they're starting to pull a big gap from RSF1 Flamey. Especially Tejasaurus.
The Acer Ted is in the pits. Tom Ecomaniac, I think as well, was in there.
No, he's carried on.
I think he was in the. I think he's already stopped. Yeah, he's already stopped. Right, so Thomas up to 11th. And it's hard to. Oh, Quaker Roads, he's round at Ascari. Got a little tap. Oh, be careful. Be careful, be careful. Oh, he's alright. Just. Oh. Ascari is claiming a few this week, and it keeps on claiming some more.
It's a very tricky corner, especially in a race setup.
So look at these false Indias. Scotsman 5th, and Repster's had a great start. Up 6 places, as was Blazer, Timmer. Timmer up 6, Timonique up 8. Oh, Quaker spinning the pit lane as he's trying to recover the damage. Good race so far there, Vettel.
Yeah, very.
Battle's all over.
Already.
That's what a full grid does you. Primus, meantime, he's come out in 14th place. And to be fair though, he has the pace to still get points.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. He just has to get his head down and carry on.
Laser Guns is trying to get past Rebster, who I think has damage. Yeah, Rebster's got a little bit damaged front right wing, and he's now holding all these guys up. Laser
Yeah, Junior's got damage as well. He's missing their front end light.
Yeah, oh, look at Rebster, you can see, and yeah, Blaze is just going to go right past him. And yeah, oh, and Timmer! Oh, Rebster went back across in front of Timmer, and Timmer's got caught up in all that. He's got wind damage as well.
A lot of Blazer Guns is now 6th. Huge game. Tom Hone Jr. side by side. Haas versus Ferrari. Oh, they're trying to give that. Mr. T's joined. Mr. T, whatever you do. Rebster's gone straight off in the first chicane. And he's having trouble getting back on. Mr. T, why have you joined the lobby? He can't join the race anyway. You're F2 now, Mr. T. Who just wants to watch?
Right. Watch the stream. I would have thought.
Yeah,
What's there? That's why we're doing what we're doing. Oh, he's a face. It's not a race for him, and he's retired.
Yeah.
Eagle getting past Blazer. All side by side for Ascari. Just a little bit of wheel banging, possibly. A wheel touch. As
there's a good battle for third between RSF1 playing McCracken and the Scotsman.
The start from Timonique. Timonique's up to 10th. I mean, I know Thomas had a good start, but Timonique from the back of the grid, pretty much. Wait, was that at the back? It was, yeah. He was 20th. He's now 10th.
Yeah, he's kept his nose clean in the first couple of laps, and it's gained him a lot of position.
Blue flags going on. Oh, battle for the lead. Alco's cut the gap to Tigosaurus.
Oh, Tigosaurus made a mistake. He was 1.5 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
I think
How's
he's
ERS? Whoa. Tyrannosaurus is ERS. Down to 13%.
yeah, Alco's got a lot more. Yeah, and McCracken's got none either. Both Alfa Romeos are suffering with ERS problems.
Yeah, top notch saying Tomo will start to gain soon. Not if he gets time penalties like that. Oh, as Alco's gone off. Alco's gone off at Ascari. Camera. Where's the camera? He's gone off at Ascari. Did he get wind damage? I think he did.
Yeah.
Don't need a helicopter cam now.
Front left.
Jeez.
Oh no. No, his front line's fine.
Is it alright?
Yeah.
Can't see for this stupid helicopter cam. Ah, here we go.
Cracking up 8 places.
Down
Down the inside goes
right.
Alco. Well,
Yeah, he's alright. He's like, oh, then he taps the back of him though. And McCracken can actually do Tyrannosaurus a huge favour here, keeping Alco back. So Alco needs to clear McCracken. This is going to be bold move, side by side. Just, yeah, nicely done.
Junior still hasn't hit us with his wing damage. I think the car must be okay then. Drive.
And I'm back here, covering Primus. Is now 11th behind Tomo's on those hard tyres. He's doing a good job. But Timonique in front of him as well. They both had a big rise through the field. And McCracken and Alco still going at it. McCracken is trying desperately to help out his teammate.
There's battles everywhere. There's battle for second, going all the way back down to 5th.
Yeah, good stuff from McCracken again. He's going to have the slipstream, the front line speed. As there you go, Ben. Done it once. As oh, didn't have enough speed though.
Oh,
Still side by side. Oh, Alco's not letting him through. Oh, a little bit rude. And can Flamey get involved? Try to. Scotsman there as well.
McCracken and Boston floating now.
Here comes Scotsman. Flaming got held up, so Scotsman on the inside and Flaming. No, Flaming hits the back of Scotsman and then both tap McCracken round.
McCracken's in the gravel. I don't think he's got any wing damage though.
That was very messy though. Oh, he does. He does huge damage.
Huge damage.
Front right. Oh,
Tomo's
that was
back
very
up into the
messy.
points.
I think Flaming's got damage. I think Scotsman got damage as well.
No, Scotsman's front wing is...
Scotsman's alright.
Oh no.
Flaming does though.
Yeah, Flaming.
Oh, he's lagging anyway. Oh,
Alco
Alco's round. Oh, what is this race doing to me? Oh, Alco, be careful. Be careful, you're spinning in front of Junior. Through the smoke screen. Eek. What is this race?
I don't know.
It was just...
Action everywhere. Someone like is looking down the inside of Primus.
Oh, Flaming. Speeding in the pit lane. That's easy to do, that speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, very easy to do. The brakes are quite deceiving around the track.
McCracken as well. Just me as Blazer and Dude Eagle. Now, Blazer and Eagle, they're the highest on...
Up to 7th.
Yeah. Primus back up to 6th. He still can get points, despite the drive-through.
I think he's already taken it. I don't think he has any penalties yet either. So he could be in contention with the podium again. Because he's not that far behind everyone actually.
Yeah, I think he needs to clear the Blazer and Dude Eagle though. Blazer and Eagle looking okay. Say there's someone who's in control, now it's Tyrannosaurus. Now after all that behind him.
Primus is catching RSF1 Junior, but Junior's still got the damage. Oh, Tomo, another 3 minute second time penalty. Oh, and he's in the wall.
Yeah, Thomas. No, Tomo! No, Ascari again! Would you stop doing it, Ascari, please?
Yeah, it's got quite a lot of damage.
Oh, that's such a shame. And he can't. Mediums. Oh, Junior!
The mediums, they'll go to the end. You could pit for them. It'd be very difficult.
Yeah, because Tidger's done it. The leader's in. Scotsman's in. With what is? I don't know. I think Tidge is in control. I think because he's come out fourth. He does need a pit again, and the guys ahead have yet to pit. So he's
Primus is in.
right back.
And he's overcut Junior.
Primus on hard tyres though, and everyone else has got mediums.
Maybe he feels that they won't go to the end, because 17 laps is a lot to ask for the mediums.
They can go there though. You're saying?
Yeah, they can go, but they are very slow at the end, and they're very easy to spin. Because Italy is a really bad track for rear tyre wear.
Yeah. Right, so let's have a what on earth has happened here, because a lot of shake-up. So
Tim and Ike, the
Tidge.
biggest gainer so far, up to third.
Done no soft tyres as well.
Yeah, 11 laps.
Surely he's got a bit soon, I would think.
Yeah.
Maybe this lap.
His rear end is going quite.
No, he's carrying on. Carrying on.
Well, he
10
does have the
laps on
fresh set,
softs.
doesn't he?
Oh,
Started,
yeah.
I'm surprised LR's still. Oh, wait, no, he's on mediums. So he'll go to softs, I imagine, next.
Yep. The highest of those that have stopped is Tyrannosaurus, so Flaming is, I think, in the next second. How far are they behind? He's 24 seconds behind Blazer and Eagle. So Blazer and Eagle actually would be ahead of Flaming, I think, and then will be on the faster tyres to chase down Tyrannosaurus. So this race is not over for Tidge. If he thinks he's home and dry just yet.
Yeah, there's still a lot that can happen with undercuts from other drivers, especially when you're running the mediums. It's a huge disadvantage sometimes. You lose quite a lot of time to people on fresh tyres. But at the end of the race, it'll be far quicker with a fresh set of softs on.
Oh, yellow flag, sector 2. What's happened there? I think it was Tom. Oh yeah, Tom's around at S01.
He's in the gravel. How old is tyres? Oh, they're 9 laps old.
Yeah, I think he had a coming together with somebody there though.
Oh,
he was
he's
quite
in the
close
wall.
to McCracken.
He's spun it again.
Timonique's in. Medium tyres. Where's he going to come out in all this? Might be behind.
Oh no.
June's going to get past him, ahead of Quaker maybe. Or
Yeah. Junior's got a fresh front wing on. I think that's how Primus got ahead.
yeah, just behind. There we go. Fastest lap of the race for Tomo, down in 16th place now. Such a shame.
Yeah, it was looking like
So
a good
well.
race as well for him. Points.
Oh,
Oh,
Orphan,
Alco. I think he's hit the back of Repster. Going through Curva Grande.
Oh! Yeah, and Rebster just nudged his way back past. Oh, this must be frustrating for Alco as well. He was up there in the front. Same with McCracken, and it's not going well. Oh, he's hit the back of Rebster again. No damage though as Tom retires. And Alco should be through. Yep. Into 12th.
Tim and Ike has lost their night to Quaker Oats in the Haas.
Yeah.
But I think Quaker Oats has to stop again. 8 laps he's done in the medium so far.
Yeah. Orphan needs to stop as well. He's still in 6th. He's got Primus to overtake, and Primus should be through with the DRS. Yep. They both have DRS, but Primus is through anyway.
Yeah, I think the whole Red Bull
Place.
camp will be frustrated with this race. With
Race what could
Primus,
have been.
yeah. Flaming, considering he had
oh,
damage.
Blazer guns off! Blazer guns! He's been off the second Lesmo.
Yeah, hit the wall.
Massive
Same as what his
wing
teammate did.
No! Now he has to
Has to bot.
hit, and
I
Oh,
don't think the
softs won't
softs will make
last.
it that long. No.
he's got to go hard. Oh, Blazer. So he's another one that's going to drop down. Dude Eagle looks very good at the moment in that Renault.
Yeah,
As long as
especially
he
if we
can
get a
keep it
safety
together.
car. He could be
Safety
leading
car
the
will
race.
just throw this. Safety car will just throw this wide open again.
Yeah, it would. Everyone
Right, so
is going to
Blazer's
stop.
in.
Except Good Eagle.
Blazer's in. So he has to bit hard tyres, doesn't he? He can't go on softs at the end. Surely not.
They've got softs ready
Yeah,
for
hard
him.
tyres.
Oh no.
Is it hard tyres? Or is he's got to wait for?
Penalties.
I think wind damage.
Yeah.
Hard tyres.
Hard.
It's going to drop well down now. Right. I think, yeah. So this really the last piece of the jigsaw with the two yet to pit, and that is Dude Eagle and Overcome Orphan. Orphan's down in 7th. It's where Dude Eagle's going to come out on those soft tyres.
Boddard has joined.
So Bodo and Mr. T have joined. Even
think
though the
Dude
stream's
Eagle-
up.
I think Dude Eagle, they'll come out in maybe 4th or 5th if he gets a good stop.
Oh, Primus is having a look at Scotsman. Primus on those hard tyres, he's absolutely flying. He's really in sync with these.
I think he's full of anger from the start.
Yeah. He's going to put it in overtake mode for the Scotsman. Up in the in-sky, Scotsman just about gives him a car's width. And
He's not going to get DRS
Through.
down the straight though.
McCracken's gone. Is that retired in the pits or?
No, he's crashed. Ascari.
Oh. Oh dear. Not a good race for McCracken. Scotsman's going to retaliate on Primus. No. Not close enough, but
Alco's got ahead of Timmer. And both of the Torossos are going at each other. No team orders there.
Orphan still hasn't pitted. Really struggling on those tyres now. Got Alco in there as well with Timmer.
No wonder. 14 laps in those mediums, they must be screaming. Same with
Yeah.
Dude Eagle,
And-
but he seems to be holding a gap to Tigesaurus on fresh ones.
Yeah, he's let them through. Let them through, Orphan. Very nice. Oh, Tomo again with a penalty. That's 3, I think, that he's got.
Yeah, he's got quite a lot. It says for me J-Lock is racing. He's 3.744 seconds behind Steve, but he's obviously not in.
When you go on his name, it goes to the pits. So
LR Blazer Guns has got ahead of RSF1 Repster.
yeah, Repster's dropping down. Alco's just got past Timonique for 8th. So this is crucial for Alco. And for
Tigesaurus
Primus,
has
the higher
got a
they
huge gap between him and Flaming.
Yeah, with Tigesaurus winning, or on course to win, both Red Bulls, with McCracken out, both Red Bulls are going to score as much points as they can.
I think Primus is set for a podium because Flaming's got quite a lot of penalties.
Yeah, we're going to have to check that later. We're going on lap 16. Feels like a bit later in the race. Don't know if you feel the same way, Vettel. I feel like it should be mid-20s at this point.
Yeah, it takes a while for some of the tyres to get warmed up properly, and there's still quite a lot of fuel in the car still. Yeah, Flaming's got quite a lot of penalties actually. I think he's got over 8 seconds worth.
But Primus is actually in line for a podium here.
Yeah. He's lapping much quicker than Flaming as well on hard tyres.
Yeah, he's gonna be angry. He's gonna be really disappointed with this. Is a simple
another penalty.
Simple error, jump start especially when you're on pole as well. But it's easy to do. I mean, real life drivers have done it as well. So
yeah. Unfortunately, though, the game isn't as forgiving as real life F1.
Of course. Timonique and Timmer, the two T's, going at it for the first chicane. Timonique on the faster compound than Timmer, but Timmer's holding them back.
Yeah, the hards seem a really good race tyre.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
it's going to be
is
interesting for the F3 people.
Quaker.
I don't think Junior's got any penalties either. He could bring a surprise up at the end.
Yeah.
So I think he's catching the Scotsman.
Exactly.
Oh, Flaming's on the wall.
Gone. Ascari. No, another one. As Eagles pitted, but Flaming. Oh, he's
18 laps on those tyres. That is really impressive. Yeah, Tijasaur's got a huge lead over Primus now.
That is such a shame for Flame, who's doing so well. Eagles come out 5th. He's far too far behind Tijasaurus. Tijasaurus has got this in the bag. Commentator's curse and all that.
Well, Ascari's throwing up many surprises this race, so you never know.
Yeah, it's like Ascari's like, are you sure? I could take out another one if you like.
It's like turn 11 at Germany this year.
Evil. But I think Dude Eagle, he's got the potential getting second on those tyres.
Yeah.
He's got enough of a gap here.
I'm gonna check the penalties. Primus hasn't got any, I don't think. Dude Eagle's got 2 warnings. Tomo's got quite a lot. And I think Junior has a 5-second speed in the pits.
Alco made the move on Quaker. He made the move on Quaker, but cut the corner at the same time.
Is that a penalty then?
Yeah, straight up penalty. Well, no, the game gave him a 3-second, so...
Lots of penalties this race.
Quaker's in. Quaker Oats is in.
Oh yeah, I'd say. I think he thinks the softs are going to be much better now. Try and chase them down again.
Or is he thinking that his mediums, like, he couldn't go any longer? Oh, and Junior's had a mistake at the second chicane. Eagles through into 4th. Junior just touched the gravel.
So easy to do.
Maybe with that stop that Quaker Oats has done, is that going to put anybody on medium tyres under pressure a little bit? Can they actually go to the end? They've got another 8 laps to do. Be 17 laps on medium tyres.
I think Ted will go to the end.
Yeah, but he doesn't have enough gap over Primus, so I'm saying. So yeah, so if he pits again, he'll fall back.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I think he's got this
Laser! No, all right in front of Ascari. Oh, right across the track.
Tomo up into ninth.
Oh, Ascari, would you stop it? I was right, wasn't I? Let's claim
Yeah.
another one.
It's
Oh,
deadlier
Blazer.
than Germany.
So we're down to 13. Oh, how's that not a safety car? It's this whole car.
Yeah, I don't understand some of the safety car decisions in this game. If you retire on track, it's a DSC, but a crash is nothing.
So, Flaming is just who retired a couple of laps ago in the chat, has said that his medium tyres after 8 laps were on 55%.
Oh, well, Digisaurus might have to pit again.
He can go on softs, and then he would be absolutely flying. Like what Dude Eagle is, because Eagle's off the back of Scotsman.
Yeah, but he'll be behind Dude Eagle now. He's got the gap.
Depends how good Tigosaurus. Tigosaurus could be very good on his tyres. He could surprise us here.
Maybe, but I wouldn't risk it personally. I'd stay out. Although his
Another one through
tyres.
sector 3. Seen another one through sector 3. That's alright.
I think someone won on the gravel.
Yeah,
I think it was
I'm
Tomo
just
who
gonna
won on the gravel.
Yeah, I'm just going to look straight at the Scary if it's yellow flag sector 3.
Timmer likes
Eagle.
looking for a move on Timmer.
They're still at it. The two T's. The two Tims. Two Tims are still at it. I tell you who else is close. Tombo and Rebster. And they've got a little bit of rivalry, but Eagle's got Scotsman down to a Scary, middle of the road.
Oh,
Which side
Tomo's
are you
on
going to go,
mediums.
Eagle? Goes right. Oh, right on the outside. Eagle, lovely. Oh!
Oh,
Scotsman
Scotsman in the
nearly dropped
gravel.
it as well.
I think
Is it?
Tigosaurus's tyres are going off. They don't look very good from non-board. Yeah, and he's finding it hard to brake as well.
Absolutely done. He's now creeping into the 25s on those tyres. Primus is solidly, consistently 24s. And Eagle's in the 23s at the moment.
Yeah, he's flying on them. You should watch though, because those tyres will go off much quicker than the hards.
Right, so 5 laps to go. Let's run through this top 10. Digisaurus currently in the lead, but there's a potential that he may need to pit again, and his ERS is very, very low. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on
Ted
that.
First
Primus.
has made a move on Quaker Oats.
Yeah, that's for 11th. Nice. Even though Quaker's on the softs, he's going to try and fight back here.
Tomo's in danger of losing 10th. He's got quite a few penalties, and I don't think Ted
He's
has,
got at
hasn't
least
he?
9. Yeah, he's got at least 9. But Tomo's having a go at Rebster. See if he can get it down to Ascari. Got a much better run through Lesmo too. Surely with that Ferrari engine, he's not using any ARS.
And those
Oh,
better
but-
tyres.
He tapped the back of Rebster though. Rebster was just holding the middle.
He's got no
middle line.
damage, which is obviously good.
Oh
Very
no!
well. Oh.
Don't another one! No, he's
Is he out? No! Oh!
no.
He just
Nearly
came back on the
Pulled out in
track.
front. Oh, Tomo. That's twice at Ascari now. Twice it's... And behind him, Orpha nearly just did the same thing.
Ascari is just the corner of death at the moment. It's really
It's on the edge of the track
taking
or
people
something.
out.
When they've installed some magnets.
But maybe.
It's dragging cars there, it's ridiculous.
Good job it's not
Right,
wet.
so it's... Yeah. Right, so yeah, Tigosaurus is really struggling on this side. Tomo's retired. In the pits, I think.
Yeah, he has.
Can you check that? Was that manual? Yeah. So we're down to 12. 2 more retirements, and Orphan, who always sticks around, might get a point.
Timmer's tyres are really old. I'll be surprised if he gets to the end on them. Because Timberlake is lapping much quicker.
Yeah, Tigosaurus has stayed out. Those tyres look absolutely shot.
And he's got no ERS.
Keeping out. Oh.
Yeah, Primus is catching by about the second per lap, but it's not enough at the moment.
He's been caught by Eagle as well. It's put him under pressure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tidge can crawl to the line, but the next question is, you could get a puncher. The Junior's in the same place as well.
Junior seems to be backing off a bit, I think.
Yeah, if Flaming's tyres on 8 laps were 55%, Tigosaurus must be at least 70 by now. Maybe 80. How is he keeping that? Right, so Tigosaurus is leading, but he's dragging the car home. Primus in second, and remember Primus had a drive-through penalty and recovered to second. Great recovery. Yeah. Dude Eagle's in third, flying on those softs, but I think those softs are starting to wear out a little bit.
Yeah, they are. He's losing a bit of time.
Scotsman in fourth. Junior, I think, Junior went straight on at turn 1 and was 16th on
and he had
the second lap.
As well.
Yeah, he's come back through the 5th. Alco's been in the walls as well. He's 6th. Timmer is 7th.
I've really noticed him this race. Timberlake though has been really impressive.
Yeah,
I don't think
Timmer's
there's
just got about business. Rebster in 9th, and Tedis is in the last point, but he's been hunted by Quaker Oats, who's desperately trying to get through. Keep on this for a little bit. Quaker Oats going to get the DRS on the front straight.
Yeah, Tigosaurus' tyres are going off pretty badly now. He's struggling on the traction.
Yeah, here comes Quaker, trying to battle for the last point over Tedist. And just gets it on the first chicane, so takes the point away from the Ferrari.
On my screen, Tedist has got mediums, but apparently he's got softs on.
Always go by the tyre. If you have it on the tyre, that's what they have.
Right.
Webster
has done really well on those hards, as well as Timmer. I'm surprised he's still got the pace to hold Timberlake back.
I am amazed Tigosaurus is not got a puncher right now.
Although the Scotsman and Junior would have one would be on the same level, and the Scotsman is dropping pretty far back behind Dude Eagle.
Yeah, and I think they're all at the point where they're just dragging the car home, just hoping punches aren't gonna be a thing. I think Dude Eagle.
Oh, Tigosaurus. Major tyre problems.
Thought almost that back right tyre I felt was punctured, but it's alright. That slide indicates he is really struggling, but he's got 11 seconds. He can ease off. I'd love to know what his last 2 laps are going to be.
Yeah, I'm going to check the race director and see what times he's doing compared to Primus.
I don't think Primus is pushing, no.
No, I don't think he can.
Enough. Dude Eagle's got a penalty.
I think the Scotsman's got one as well.
Is that going to bring Junior on the podium, possibly?
Maybe.
Junior can get close enough.
I think Dude Eagle's only got one though. And I don't think Junior served his 5-second penalty.
Right, let's keep an eye on Tigosaurus as he begins his final lap. We've got to talk about driver of the day. soon, but I think we'll wait until they cross the line because there's going to be a few changes, I feel.
Yeah. Primus Gaming is his fastest lap of the race. I think he's pushing now.
Yeah. Oh, Scotsman's gone off. Scotsman's off. He's gone straight off for turn 1. That's let Junior go through.
Yeah, he could be on for
Junior's up
P3
to
now.
4th.
I think Dude Eagle's tyres are gone as well.
Yeah, Timonique has got past Timmer.
Really struggling on traction.
Another penalty Scotsman. He's going to lose out to Alco. Alco could get 5th. But Tigosaurus, I have no idea how he's done this.
Oh, Timonique's got past Timmer.
He's weaving already. He's weaving already. Tigosaurus, well, this is a defiant performance, I think. Those tyres must be absolutely terrible, but he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Comes out of the final corner to win in Monza. He's celebrating already. Takes the win.
Takes the win.
And I think he's going to... Yeah, takes back the lead of the championship, I think, as well. But Primus, what a recovery for 2nd
No
in the Red Bull.
Tigosaurus. Dude Eagle,
Yeah.
P3. I think that's the podium. Because Junior was pretty slow on the last lap.
Junior had an unserved time penalty. Alco gets 5th from Scotsman.
Timonique, P7.
Still the 2 Tims.
Timmer got a penalty on the last lap.
Yeah, I think Timonique's got it. Yeah, he gets 7th.
Then it should be Rebs
been
then.
locked.
Oh, Ted's is. Yeah, P9.
Tedis gets 9th. Rebs to 10th. Quakeroats 11th.
And then Orphan rounding off the finishers.
Oh, drive of the day is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult to pick. Orphan comes home.
There's Primus coming from really far back after his drive-through. And then there's Timonique coming from last to 7th.
They got Dude Eagle from 11th to 3rd. This is a tough. Look at the state of. Just got a shot of the Alfa Romeo. I don't know whether you got that as well. The state of the rear tyres on Tigosaurus. They got blisters all over.
The rears looked like they were gone. Although Primus's tyres weren't looking too good either.
No, I think Tigosaurus has been very lucky. I'll be interested to know what his tyre percentage was. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got Dude Eagle, who came from 11th to 3rd. We've obviously got Timonique, 20th to 7th, and Primus for his recovery drive.
I think it's between Timonique and Primus, to be honest, because both don't have any penalties. That's a tough one. Really tough one.
Can we have a draw? Driver of the day, or does there have to be one?
Oh, does Tidge actually have a mic? He's joined.
Yay. I think we're going to start. I'm going to do this differently because I really want to speak to Timonique. I'm going to give him driver of the day so I can speak to him.
Yeah.
Because I want to invite him to a bike.
After that amazing recovery drive I did, I was dead last.
Great recovery.
Let's see if we can get him in the party. I wonder if he'll realise. Because we don't normally invite driver of the day, but I really want to speak to him.
No, we don't.
Yeah. I think we should interview him.
Let him have a few words. He gets in. Make sure you tick the box. Oh my god, I forgot to ask whether you did that, or I presume you did. I don't think anybody mentioned it in the chat. Yeah, they would have mentioned.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's got a mic, we can speak.
This is like the 6th time lucky.
Where's Timothy gone? I think he's left the lobby. Oh.
Join
We'll see if he
the
joins.
party.
We'll
Today I
leave
can
it.
get
We'll leave
him.
it for. We could do a thing for maybe as a suggestion for next week onwards, because he maybe doesn't realise. But we'll go with these three.
Who
If
we
I
starting with?
do, if I do Deed Eagle, you do Primus, and I do Digisaurus at the end. All right, so third step on the podium after a very dramatic race, which we didn't know where it was going to go in the end. So many people claimed by the infamous Ascari seem to have magnets on the edge of the track, but in the end, we have these three, all with different stories to tell. But we go to first to Dude Eagle 78. I think it's your first podium in the lead because you're relatively new to RSF1.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. So, very good race from yourself. You seem to keep with LR Blazer Guns on the medium strategy. And then the question was obviously where you were going to emerge when you put on those soft tyres, and it was fifth when you pitted. Unfortunately, Blazer Guns fell away through a mistake, I think, for one of the Lesmos. But yourself, you came up fifth and then started attacking the guys in front of you. I think the tyres wore out to maybe catch Primus towards the end, but still, you got to be happy. Your first podium well, since you've joined, very new to us. So, tell us your race.
I'm extremely surprised that I've finished in third, to be fair. When I came, I think it was fifth, wasn't it, when I came out of the pits on the softs?
Yeah.
But I seemed to lose pace in them pretty quickly, though. I had about 4 or 5 laps, and then I just seemed to be all over the place after that. So, but yeah, it's only my second race. The first race was last week, obviously at Spa, and I didn't do.
Oh, your second race, God.
Yeah, I crashed out in qualifying in Q2, and then I crashed out, I think, on lap 4 in the race. So that didn't go too well.
Yeah, so much more calmer race this time out. Where did you qualify at? Yeah, you had a good run for the field. I think it was 11th or 12th or something that you had.
Yeah, I just couldn't hook up a lap in qualifying and just kept making little mistakes here and there. So yeah, I think I did a 120.9, which obviously I've done better than that before. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the end result.
Yeah, it's good points for Renault.
Yeah, very good points for Renault there, and for yourself. Timmer came home with points as well. You had a much more straightforward, much more calmer race, I guess, than Belgium.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what happened with Blazer? Did you see what happened in the Lesmo? Did you just clip it on the curb or something?
No, by the time I come around the corner, he was already sideways, so I'm not quite sure what happened to him.
Yeah. Good battling to get onto the podium step. But yeah, very good. Hopefully there's more to continue from you.
I hope so. We shall see.
All right, so there's Dude Eagle 78, third place for Renault. And we'll hand you over to Vettel.
Congratulations. Now, Primus, what happened at the start?
Basically, I was getting so many invites from a guy who I race in another league with, and he wouldn't stop inviting me, and it put me off. So on the race start, because he was spamming me with invites, it was really getting on my nerves, and I accidentally jumped the start because of it. So my main goal after doing that, because I feel because of those invites and the jump start, it ruined my race. I mean, I'm happy with P2. You know, it's a good finish, but it's very bittersweet because of how annoying that was to race. Not because of the performance of any drivers in the race today. Everyone drove superbly, but if it wasn't for the fact that I was being spammed, I probably could have really put my head down. But like that, and then now people know why I got my preference offline, because it's extremely annoying. Anyways, so I jumped start by accident. I thought I'm not going to delay the stop and go. No, not the stop and go, drive through. I took the drive through instantly. I was dead last behind everyone in the back of the grid. I really did everything that I could to like push up the grid. Even now, by the way, as I'm in the interview, he's still spamming me with blooming invites. So, anyways, I had to really push. I conserved my ERS well. I made really good time catching Flaming and Scotsman and all that, and then Flaming went off. And then after that, it was a real push to catch Tidge, and I think a few laps before the end, Tidge was 13 seconds ahead of me. It got to 13 and a half, actually. He gained so much time at one point. I don't know how he did. But then at the end, I managed to cut down the time to 8 seconds. So at the end, I really started to push. I felt like there was maybe another couple of laps, maybe. I could have probably got him. But in the end, 27 was all we had. It's an all right result, that drive-through really being what really costed me the win today. But I'm more annoyed with the fact that some people can't just take a hint and leave me alone while I'm trying to bloody race, because that was literally annoying as hell. But good points for Red Bull.
You did some pretty good moves into the first corner.
Yeah. I Tim and I overcome Orphan. Tim, quite a few people were giving me some good battles, but in the end, some tried. I know Tomo tried defending when I was on the softs, but I managed to get past him. But McCracken not finishing means me and Alco Saints managed to put Red Bull in the lead in the constructors, but I felt I could have gotten the win, or at least could have battled Tidge, and that's what really, really bums me now. I mean, I'm happy for the result though, and also I'd like to give a shout out to James McBee, brand new to the league, close friend of mine. Sorry you couldn't race today, bud, and you'll get your chance soon.
Thank you for that. Congratulations. Now on to Rundle again to interview Tigosaurus.
Yeah. Just a quick thing, Primus. Where did Alco finish again? Was it 5th?
E5. Yeah, he overtook because Junior had a 5-second penalty unserved, so it costed him positions. Ooh. And Alco moved up to 5th. And by the way, Tidge, it's so weird to hear you talk. Normally you're the silent warrior.
I can go back to not talking if you want.
Don't. People want to hear your voice.
No.
We was prepared to buy you a damn mic.
Oh, I should have taken you up on that. I'm a student. I need the money.
Be like,
no, I want to hear your voice, because now knowing that Alco finished 5th is tasty. So, right. So here we go. So, Primus, if you added up the points from Belgium, if you can do in your head now, if Tidge got 25, Red Bull got 28. I'll give you some time on that, but right, so head up to our winner Tigosaurus. We finally get to hear your voice.
I know.
After probably one of the most tensest races or race ends that you've had, probably in your league racing career, because those tyres, what percentage were they?
Oh, they were pretty low. They were like 60, but I mean, I went through Lesmo 1, almost span, went through Ascari, almost span. So it was a bit.
How are they 60%?
It looked a lot worse
You
than
must
that.
be very very good on your tyres, Jesus.
Oh, can I get that in writing?
Potentially, but anyway, your race obviously unfortunate that Primus had that drive through, because that could have been a titanic battle between you, and obviously the pace that he had would have been interesting. Yeah, but for yourself, obviously you still had the others with you. of Alco, McCracken. I think McCracken actually did you a bit of a favour keeping Alco back.
Yeah,
towards the end of that first stint. So
yeah.
Alpha's working very well for you, but in the second stint seemed to be all in control. Apart from maybe the last lap, I guess.
Yeah, it seemed pretty in control. Like, just cruised through everywhere. I mean, everyone was having problems for Ascari, so it wasn't just me. But it's just trying to survive, basically.
Yeah, Ascari's a deadly corner.
Yeah, you get to a point in your tyre wear, and it's like just any fast corner, you're gone.
But in terms of the championship, obviously you were saying to me how the last couple of races, or last few races, you haven't had the best of luck.
No, I've had awful luck.
Yeah, obviously you've had the pace all season, hence why you're up with the chance of winning the championship. You had a really good start to the beginning.
Yes.
Has tailed off a little bit, but this is a return. This is a return for you, isn't it?
It is. Hopefully I can keep this going. That'd be ideal.
But I think you have a 2-point lead in the championship now.
Yeah, my maths are correct. So Primus would be on 148. You will be on 150.
Oh.
And as for the teams, because you and Alpha and Red Bull were level on points going into this race.
Ooh.
Red Bull are leading by 3 points.
Ooh,
so
very close.
let the battle commence. But obviously, still a long way to go. Spiral, McCracken had races to forget, but they'll be back, I'm sure. And there's still plenty of races to go.
Yeah.
The next one being Singapore, and Jesus, if Monza, right, it has 11 turns, is anything to go by. Singapore is 23. It's as you say, could be a survival race for yourself and all the others, Tigosaurus.
Yeah, it'll probably be another survival race. You just have to go full send, try not to.
Very tight walls as well, so there's not really any way you can overtake.
Sounds like a challenge.
What your thoughts are pace wise? Do you reckon you can be up there with the rest?
Ideally, yeah, but I haven't really done much testing around Singapore. I don't really enjoy it, so wait and see.
That might be some news that many others would want to hear, that you don't
Psychological
like Singapore.
Advantage.
So yeah, but then again, I've heard so many people across the whole of RSF1 have said, "Oh, my next track, I don't like it. It's terrible." Then they get pole and win by 30 seconds. So
Mr. T was horrid for
that. Yeah. But yeah, well done on your race victory, Vettel. Do you have any more questions?
Yeah. Primus, do you think you can take the lead in the championship again?
I feel I can definitely fight for the championship. It's been very close with me and Tidge, and we've swapped places for the top spot quite a few times now. And because Spiral, Acerfacer, and McCracken didn't finish today, it's allowed me and Tidge to now slightly open up a gap between them. So I think the championship is starting to fall between mainly me and Tidgosaurus, unless we have any problems in the upcoming races. But Tidge is a very good driver, and I feel we're quite even in terms of skill. And I know for a fact that I'm going to keep bringing the fight to Tidge, and he's going to keep bringing it to me. And I think today was a clear example that Tidge and I could have a really good championship battle, because even though my drive-through screwed me over, I still managed to make up time on him. So makes me think if I didn't have that drive-through, I probably would have stayed out in front. Probably would have been under pressure from Tidge, because he was actually all over Alco was all over him, but Tidge just managed to hold it. It would have been nice to actually been able to battle him, because I like battling with the Alfa Romeos because they're quite fun to battle against. You know, good close battles we had in the past in like Germany. But I do think I can retake the lead if I pushed against Tidge. You know, I know he will definitely fight back. You know, we'll be having a good battle. Just need to talk to people to tell them to stop bloody inviting me. I'm still getting invited now.
Have you tried
Wow.
turning off notifications?
I would do, but then I wouldn't know if anyone actually needed to talk to me, like someone in the league, you know, if it was urgent. But like, I had done that before, but people then got angry because I turned off my notifications. But you know, I've just basically
Well, now you know
said,
why.
yeah, and now people can see why I put my preference offline, because I hate being bombarded, and I'm just really angry because that's what caused me to jumpstart, because I got like millions of bloody invites to a party and messages saying, please join my party, please join my party. I was on the bloody formation when he was doing that. And then and then like that's what caused me to mess up, because he wouldn't leave me alone. Like, league racing is really hard to keep your mind down, you know, keep your head down and push. Eventually he stopped and then he continued again. But it's very hard
If it was me,
get your head down.
If it was me, I wouldn't label him as a friend, to be honest.
No.
And that's
To be
just
honest,
me from an
he's my
outside.
teammate in another league, and now I'm going to have a strong word with him.
Just
Yeah, that's cost me
potentially
my
cost
win.
me a win in that. Potentially, yeah.
That did, because he was putting me off.
Yeah.
Tidge, though, mad respect. He
Yeah.
drove superbly, even though he was struggling on those mediums at the end. I noticed Ascari was doing him in a little bit.
Yeah.
I actually was doing really well. I think what was starting to affect me near the end point was Dude Eagle actually had really good pace on the softs, but then in the end they started to fall off and I could pull away. But yeah.
Anyway, we need to wrap things up. Here. So yes, thank you for your insight, guys. You three on the podium. Dude Eagle in third in the Renault, second for Primus in the Red Bull, and first for Tigosaurus in the Alpha. Driver of the day, Timonique in the Toro Rosso from 20th to 7th. Very nice. Kept your head together.
Well
So
done,
well
Timonique.
deserved. Although Primus a very close second. So
Yeah.
it was a toss up between you two. But yes, as Primus and Tigosaurus have pointed out, this title fight, hopefully, fingers crossed, as me and Vettel were saying, this is the closest of the 4 divisions. Hopefully it will go all the way to the end of the season. I was going to say we got 7 races left. Technically it's 8 because we've got Monaco to redo at the end of the season still. I believe it's F4 that needs to do that. Yeah, so hopefully, can you imagine if we have like a 4-5 way title fight at Monaco, of all places?
All the
To
dive
redo at
bombs
the
into
end.
the new Val chicane.
That would be
It'd be
ridiculous. Oh, that would be ridiculous. But let's see. Obviously, Primus, you were saying how it could be between you and Tidge, but then again, if you two, not saying you will, but if you two DNF and Spiral and McCracken get a 1-2 in Singapore, it's all back close again. So you never can tell, and hopefully the drama will continue, and that will continue for the next race, Singapore, the Marina Bay Street Circuit, under the floodlights, the many corners, the many walls.
Yeah, it's going to be
Street of
good.
Survival. That'll be interesting. So, yeah, that's been the Italian Grand Prix. Hope you've enjoyed it. Myself, Brundle, and Vessel SV taking us through the action. Yeah, good race, Val, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great race. Ascari has been very tedious today.
Yes, it has. But we have one more race to see whether Ascari can claim some more, and that is the F3 division tomorrow night at 8 o'clock start. Well, I believe RSF1 Tomo and Rebster will be taking you through the action for tomorrow night. yeah, make sure you join us for that. But I've been RSF1 Broddle and Vettel SV. Thank you for joining and always giving your support. And we will see you next time.